It's still February, but it's March Madness here at Redbird Arena. The defending state champions, West Hancock, the Lady Titans, come in 29-4 and take on Nashville, a team at 28-4 that didn't, 27-5 really, that didn't figure to be here. They lose their point guard, Renee Ruggles, to a knee injury, and boy, what a surprise that they are here. They've been able to rebound, regroup, and make it to the state championship semifinals.
Yeah, but I think that also shows that they can overcome pretty much anything, and I guess we'll see tonight if they can overcome a team that's trying to defend their state title.
Let's take a look at the road to Redbird Arena. We begin with the defending state champs. They beat Canton in the regional final by 10. 13-point win over Knoxville in the sectional semifinal. They got past a tough Liberty team and then beat Sterling Newman 50-41 in the super sectional. Nashville, Breeze Central, Massac County. That was a tough team and a tough game, as you can see there. A 9-point win over Freeburg in the sectional final, and then a 5-point win over Carlinville in the super sectional. Wayne Hari likes to play things kind of deliberately, and maybe even more deliberate now that they lost one of their starters. Let's take a look at our key players to the game. First, for West Hancock, our Country Insurance key players of the game, and who else? All-Stater Marley Hall.
Another stat that's not on there that really stood out to me was she leads the team in assists with 106. I think that's really phenomenal to show a star can also be the team leader on assists.
She was phenomenal in the state championship and semifinal here a year ago, having a double-double in both those games. Now for Nashville, the key player to the game for the Hornets.
Yeah, definitely. Tyranny McKay, she only stands 5'8", but she plays very physical inside and has done a lot of great things for Nashville in this postseason run.
Take a look at West Hancock, and I would imagine that people probably have them marked as the favorite against Nashville. Let's take a look at the keys to the game for the Lady Titans.
All right, for the Titans, they've got to step on the gas and try to continue their up-tempo play. They also have to continue their tremendous defense. They switch all screens and are extremely physical. And then obviously you talked earlier about Marley Hall, the star. They've got to continue looking for her, and she's just got to continue doing what she's done all season for them.
And our Country Financial keys for Nashville.
Nashville needs to try to slow this game down. They also need to try to control the glass and make sure they're boxing out and keeping Marley Hall off the boards. They also need to eliminate the turnovers and make sure they're patient on the offensive end.
All right, kind of a tie here. Nashville handed Olney East Richland their last loss of the season before the semifinal. Can Nashville move on to the championship game? West Hancock will be a formidable opponent, but Nashville says, hey, nothing's given. That's why we're going to play this game. Let's go over to Jeff Fritzen to announce tonight's lineups for both squads.
Now, fans, presenting a game ball for this game is Mary DeMary of Country Financial. Country has been a loyal sponsor of the IHSA and a strong supporter of high schools across the state. All of us here at Redbird Arena would like to thank Country for its contribution to the greatest high school event in the land. Now, fans, let's meet the participants in this second semifinal of the Class 2A IHSA State Basketball Tournament. First, the non-starters for West Hancock High School. Number 3, Becca Elschlager. Number 5, Kaylee Johnson. Number 10, Cassie Yeager. Number 22, Andrea Mast. Number 30, Bryce Kapner. Number 33, Anna Gibbs. Number 34, Jenna Phillips. 42, Caitlin Shoup.
Thanks.
You do. 45, Jillian Taylor. And number 51, JC Hartwig. And now the non-starters for Nashville. Number 14, Caitlin Jasper. 15, Rena Ruggles. Number 20, Paige Schwarzkopf. 21, Annie Borowiak. Number 22, Kayla Shar. Number 25, Courtney Hagemeyer. 41, Brianne Pelker. And number 45, Mackenzie Newman.
Hello, Newman.
And now here are your starting lineups. For West Hancock, a senior, number 12, Lindsay Buckert. For Nashville, a sophomore, number 10, Melanie Ryan. For West Hancock, a senior, number 15, Kelsey Miller. For Nashville, a sophomore, number 12, Jenna Morris. For West Hancock, a senior, number 21, Kirby Kaler. For Nashville, a senior, number 23, Haley Bark. For West Hancock, a junior, number 23, Jackie Bunn. For Nashville, a senior, number 32, Tierney McKay. From West Hancock, a junior, number 41, Marley Hall. And for Nashville, a sophomore, number 42, Jennifer Moeller. West Hancock enters the game with a record of 29 wins and 4 losses. The Titans are coached by Ken Schuster in his second year with a record of 59 wins and 9 losses. He's assisted by Marty Hall, Zach Summers, and Zach Short. Nashville enters the game with a record of 27-5. They're coached by Wayne Hari in his 9th year with a record of 242 wins and 45 losses. The Hornets assistant coaches are Doug Altoff and Dempsey Whitty. The officials for this Class 2A semifinal: from Parkersburg, Greg Mullinax; from Farina, Keith Van Syak; and from Lyle, Pat Kowitzel. Okay, as the players and coaches wish each other good luck at half court, the IHSA Board of Directors and member schools expect and promote good
Teams are meeting at center court to exchange handshakes and show each other good sportsmanship. This is brought to you by Walgreens. Walgreens, a proud sponsor of the IHSA's Do What's Right, Good Sportsmanship campaign. Kind of looked like a couple of, like a whole row of gunfighters in the Old West there, didn't it? Staring each other down as they awaited that. Here's again the starting lineups for West Hancock: Buckert, Bunn, Miller, Kaler, and Hall. For Nashville, Ryan, Morris, Fark, McKay, and Moeller. I think we're going to see 2 styles here tonight, aren't we?
Oh, definitely. And I think that both teams are going to play those similar defense as far as really getting after it. Like I said, both teams I've said that's their trademark.
Marley Hall, first team All-Stater. Number 41 will jump center for the Lady Titans, the 2008 2A champs, the first ever 2A state champs in the state of Illinois, as opposed to AA champs who were crowned prior to that. Lindsay Buckert takes the tip from Hall, and she will start the offense for West Hancock against Nashville's defense here. They go right inside to Hall. She throws it. It bounced off the bottom of the backboard, it looked like. The basket standard. Jump ball immediately, and it will go to Nashville. Was that a man-to-man by Nashville?
It looks like they're just really trying to surround Marley anytime that she catches the ball. It just seems like everyone is just collapsing hard on her.
Now the Titans will play defense. Jenna Morris brings it up for the Hornets. The West Hancock crowd calling for defense. Opening moments of the second 2A semifinal here tonight at Redbird Arena. Very patient, they go inside. McKay's shot is short. Kaler the rebound, and she has it taken away. Now it was Ryan falling to the floor.
Both teams literally trying to get their feet under them here in the opening moments. Buckert. The bucket for Buckert. I didn't have to wait long to say that. She averages 10 a game.
She's a tough matchup because she's 5'9" and she's their point guard, so she makes it very difficult, obviously, to find another point guard that can match up with her.
Try to work it inside to the post. Moeller passes out of it but turns it over. And boy, you just have to really admire as you take a look at Ken Schuster and Wes Hancock. won 13 their last 14. Their last loss was to Keokuk, Iowa. The job by Nashville, Wayne Hari, his players, to not replace Rena Ruggles, but to play on without her and make it to this level, I think says a lot about their team.
Oh, definitely.
Because it would have been easy to fold the tent, I think, at that point, your starting point guard, and they've had to play different roles, kind of learn a different style almost.
Yeah, and teams are they surprise you sometimes as a coach. You know, sometimes they fight harder for that player that was injured. They know she'd love to be out in the court and have this opportunity, and so they fight a little bit harder.
We played over 2 minutes, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Into the lane is Melanie Ryan. She's fouled. And the first foul of the ball game will go against Kelsey Miller of West Hancock. There you go. Look at Wayne Hari. Won 9 of their last 10. Last loss was to Breeze Mater Dei.
Looks like there's a little miscommunication. I know that West Hancock usually switches all screen, and it looked like they either didn't communicate on that or someone just didn't do, obviously, their role.
Melanie Ryan, the sophomore, she made 4 straight free throws to ice the super sectional win against Carlinville. She splits the free throws that time, and it's a 2-1 game. We saw Kirby Kaler here last year. We saw a lot of Marley Hall. Triple teamed at least, maybe 4 players on her that time. She throws the fastball high and outside to Kirby Kaler, and it goes into the stands, where it will be Nashville ball now. Nashville 28-4. They were 4th here in 2002, and they made the Elite 8 3 other times. 5 sectional titles this decade under Wayne Hari. Kaler comes up with a steal, gets it to Hall. She traveled. We've seen that several times today, including the 1A games. Boy, the defenses are going to try and take away the star player and do everything they can to stop them, and the other player's going to have to step up.
Oh yeah, it's going to be another game like that. And I think what's kind of interesting about Marley Hall, though, is she's not one of those post players that just stays inside the paint. She comes out and pressures aggressively on the defensive end.
Inside McKay, the miss. She gets it back, puts it up, no good. Out of bounds, and it'll go to West Hancock. Slow start to this one, 2-1. The lead for the Lady Titans. Back after this on the IHSA TV network.
Well, last year is more like a Cinderella story, and this year it's been more like an Odyssey. So it's been a challenge, but the girls responded, and we're back.
Coach, maybe tell us a little bit about
Ken Schuster 59-9 at West Hancock, and we talked to him yesterday about the pressure to repeat. He thought they hit a spell midway through the season where they were maybe starting to feel it a little bit, and then when Haley Shilson, a starter last year, went out with an injury, maybe a little bit then, but obviously they've handled it well enough to get here.
Well, yeah, last year obviously was kind of a surreal moment for them. They were still focusing on trying to come together as a team with that co-op. And this year, I think it's expected, and so, yeah, you would assume that a team like them would feel a little bit of pressure, but they definitely, I think, have responded all season. And
a nice job there. You talk about Marley Hall being their top assist leader. She made a nice pass there out of the double team to Kelsey Miller for the bucket, and it's a 4-1 lead. Now a whistle against the Titans at the other end.
That Kelsey Miller has really done a nice job. She's come in for Haley Shilson, who started last year and actually was their defensive stopper. She's out with a back injury, and that Kelsey Miller has really come on strong for the Titans.
Outside, Melanie Rhines, 3 is off the mark. And it's Lindsey Buckert with the rebound. Buckert, the lefty 3, air ball. Buckert was whistled for that last foul.
They're really surrounding Marley Hall inside.
4-1 West Hancock, the lead, 29-4 coming in. McKay, nice job for Kelsey Miller coming over defensively that time to kind of get in her way. Good no call, I thought. And maybe a force that time by Kirby Kaler trying to get it into the post to Hall. 3:20 to go here, first quarter, 4-1. Did you think so?
Yeah, and I think that Marley Hall is almost going to have to come away from the basket again, like we saw the Linfors girl did in the first game.
Tierney McKay against the double team off the glass.
She's been battling here for a while. She came up short on some of those, easy buckets, and you can tell she's a fighter. She's in there finishing right with Marley Hall, playing some defense.
15 points a game for the senior from Nashville. Jackie Bunn tries it from outside. It's no good. Four to 3, low scoring start here in 2A semifinal number 2 of the night. The nightcap of the doubleheader. Try to go inside of the post. It's Kaler with the steal. And now a foul will go against Melanie Rhine. Highs and lows for the Lady Titans. 79 against West Prairie, 31 in a loss to Quincy Notre Dame.
I know Coach Schuster talked about one of the improvements Marley Hall has made on her game is actually she's becoming a vocal leader. And if you just saw her there moments ago, she's kind of talking to Kirby Kaler, talking about calming down and taking care of the basketball.
Cassie Yeager, number 10, in now for the Titans. Bunn puts it on the floor. Just short on that one.
Nashville's kind of playing a sagging defense, trying to force them to shoot the outside shot.
McKay, 15 points a game with it. Working a little one-on-one. Now the kick to the corner. Bring Marley Hall out away from the basket. The drive, and drawing the foul is Jenna Morris. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Highs and lows for Nashville. 92 twice and 31 twice on the low side. They scored 92 twice. I think they had an 82 and an 83 as well. They're 4-0 if they score 82 or more. But those games were with Ruggles in the lineup. I don't think we'll see 82 from him tonight. I'd be surprised. Jenna Morris, the 5'8" sophomore, makes the first free throw to tie the game. She's a 71% free thrower.
Right now I feel like Nashville's doing a great job of kind of exploiting the mismatches with West Hancock switching screens defense. They're really taking it strong to the hoop.
Nashville's 1 for 6 from the floor, yet they lead it by 1. 3 of 4 at the line. Bad pass that time, down at the ankles of Marley Hall.
The defense of Nashville is really causing the Titans some problems.
McKay with another dribbling display. This time she takes it into the lane where she travels. Maybe trying to do a little too much off the dribble that time.
Yeah, I think they need to work the ball around because they've been effective with that.
Under a minute to go now, first quarter, 5-4. Nashville leads. They've only got 1 field goal. Hall gets it back out. Trying to pass into the double team. They just can't do that. Buckert off the mark. The rebound goes to Jennifer Moeller. She averages almost 6 rebounds a game. Leads the team in that category. Nashville will bring it up with a 1-point lead and 30 seconds to go and maybe settle for one here. The Titans will come out and try and force the issue. Tried to double team and they pass out of it. 12 seconds to go.
Right here, you just want to be smart not to pick up a silly foul.
McKay draws the foul, going into the lane.
I think they got to travel on that.
Oh, they did call travel. I'm sorry, excuse me. 6.3 left for the Lady Titans to get a shot off here.
You got to love head coach Wayne Harry's energy there over on the sideline. His team plays similar to that, though, on the defensive end.
Buckert off the glass and good at the buzzer. And West Hancock scores at the end of the first quarter to take a 1-point lead back after this local timeout. The Havana Pep Band in the house tonight. I said Hep, I guess they're Hep Cats. the Hep Pep Band is here. Their girls made a pretty good run and took Brimfield to double overtime in the Super Sectional. They almost had their basketball team here in 1A as well. This is 2A basketball, and it's a 1-point lead for West Hancock here as we start the second quarter. Lee Hall, Becky Ince. Kathy Wagner upstairs. Inside. Now Hall has the wing jumper off the mark.
Looks like they're trying to bring Marley Hall away from the basket a little bit to try to relieve some of that pressure.
I'm sure it's not the first time they've seen that this year or last year for that matter. Moeller, the cross-court pass. And the three off the mark by Jenna Morris. The Titans come the other way, leading by 1. Marley Hall gets it, puts it on the floor, steps through and scores. Nice drive by the 6'2" junior. Her first bucket. And a steal by Kirby Kaler. The senior with the takeaway. And the travel. Lindsey Buckert tried to go one way, she couldn't try to go the other, and her feet got away from her. Our first quarter stats brought to us by Menards. Saved big money at Menards. Nashville just 1 of 6 from the floor, but pretty good at the free throw line so far, and rebounds fairly even. Not much difference there.
I think Nashville's got to continue to slow this game down. West Hancock, especially with Buckert, she really likes to push the ball. I think they've got to locate her in transition.
Ryan gets it inside to McKay. Her shot's off. Marley Hall the rebound. She averages 8.2 boards a game. Buckert to Bunn. She walked before it went in.
I'm impressed with both teams' help side defense. They really come over and stop the ball from getting inside that paint.
A lot of turnovers in this game. 9 for West Hancock, 7 for Nashville.
Again, that says a lot about both teams' defense.
Haley Fark with it, nowhere to go. Now Ryan will try. Marley Hall playing defense out at the top of the key.
And you're seeing the switching defense in effect here.
And another turnover. Haley Fark's pass bounces out of bounds, and that's one thing for Nashville with Rena Ruggles, their starting point guard, out with the knee injury for the year. A lot of different girls handle the ball and can bring the ball up for Wayne Hari's team. Inside this time is Jackie Bunn. So they put her in the post and she scores.
Coach Schuster talked a lot about her athleticism yesterday, and right there it showed.
He says she's one of the most athletic girls here. No whistle there as Melanie Ryan hits the deck. Buckert almost loses it. Just about to the 5-minute mark here in the second. Marley Hall works hard. Wasn't much there really, but she drew the foul and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's about the first time I've seen where it was just one-on-one with another player without Nashville surrounding her, and I think she felt that and took it strong to the hole.
Marley Hall shoots 63% at the free throw line. Bounces that one in, and you talked about this a little earlier. Ken Schuster said she's more of a leader, more vocal, and smarter about what she does this year. That's kind of the difference he's seen in her this season. Makes them both.
When you watch her play again, it's hard to believe that she's only a junior.
Very quickly, it's 12-5 West Hancock. They're on a 6-0 run here in the second quarter. Ryan to Morris, she'll try from the wing, and quick double team by the Titans.
Until Nashville's offense is kind of designed to take it strong to the hole. They do a lot of dribble drive penetration.
Inside out, McKay, bump, shoots, no good. Hall had it. McKay knocked it away, but the Titans control. 12-5 West Hancock. It was 5-4, so this is an 8-0 run overall for the Titans.
Neither team's really getting an easy look at that basket.
Marley Hall is working hard, though. Midway through the second quarter. Hall, top of the key, looks to get it inside. Now kick back out to Bunn for three, short. And here come the Hornets. Jenna Morris bringing it, no numbers. She'll have to pull it back out. The winner here gets Driscoll for the state championship tomorrow night here at Doug Collins Court in Redbird Arena.
Neither team has really used a lot of subs off the bench. So I would assume Jackie Bunn, that's why her shot was a little short. You know, those legs are starting to get a little tired here.
Jennifer Moeller draws the contact. She'll go to the line. Fouls on Kirby Kaler, her first. Fourth team foul against the Lady Titans. Moeller 90% at the line. Her first point of the night. There's some of the Hornet faithful up in the crowd. Bounces the second one, no good. 12-6, that ends that 8-0 run by the Lady Titans. Inside, Marley Hall, left-handed shot, just rolls off the back of the rim.
West Hancock student body section sure has a good time cheering on their team.
Oh, they got a whole pregame routine, man. They're stretching and probably have team meetings. Here comes Marley Hall with it after the turnover. Pulls up in the lane, off the glass and good. Oh, what a shot by Marley Hall. That's what we talked about in the last game. You get in the lane, you don't have to worry about the finesse if you use the glass.
Exactly, and she does a phenomenal job at that. Again, there you saw her bringing the ball up the court. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Marley Hall. Hall, 7 now of her points here in the second quarter. And we've got a timeout with the Lady Titans up 9. Thanks to Marley Hall's bucket there. Back after this local timeout. There's the West Hancock fans. They are excited. Wow, ought to be young again. Wayne Hari told us yesterday he thought that the West Hancock defense was underrated. And I don't know how anybody could think that. And if you look at the numbers, Nashville 1 for 9. Marley Hall and the Lady Titans have 11 points off turnovers right now, 11 of their 15.
Yeah, and that's impressive when you can create the turnovers and then obviously produce on the offensive end.
2:43 to go here, second quarter. It's a 9-point lead for West Hancock. Tierney McKay is the only Hornet to score so far, and she is just 1 of 7 now from the floor. They really do a good job of double teaming and cutting off the driver as they try to get to the hoop.
Yeah, that help side defender really gets over there quick.
McKay nowhere to go. Now Borowiak gives it up. We saw her in the three-point shootout between games. Morris, no good, got it back. And I think she got whistled for the foul on the over the back on the rebound.
That happens a lot when you miss a shot you know you should have made. I thought Morris did a nice job there. She knew that, you know, Marley Hall was going to switch that screen, and she took it right at her. Just kind of came up short on the layup.
Under 2 minutes to go now here in the first half. The Lady Titans showing some of that experience that you get from winning a state championship. Marley Hall from the elbow.
That was pretty. She came off that screen and just turn around jump shot.
9 points for Marley Hall. 17-6 lead for the Lady Titans. The Hornets having a tough time solving this defense. Just one field goal here with just over a minute to go in the second. Just nothing there.
Yeah, well, like with those hard switches, you come off that, and there's just, obviously there's a defender there. There's not really an open lane.
No. Oh, they call the travel. Oh, my. Looked like Tierney McKay was going to get her team off the schneid, and nothing doing. Wayne Hari can just say, wow, to the official on the far sideline. Good defense, a lot of turnovers. Bunn for three is off the mark. Out of bounds, it'll be Nashville ball. There's Wayne Hari. 9th year, 243 wins, 44 losses. He says, I've been pretty fortunate. You got to be pretty lucky and have good kids, and I've got great assistant coaches. 5 sectional titles this decade under Wayne Hari.
Yeah, his win record is pretty impressive, 243 wins.
Trying to find an answer here offensively against West Hancock. Final seconds, first half. Almost a steal. Morris gets it back. Gives it to Jennifer Moeller, who shoots, missed, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line with 9.3 seconds left. Ken Schuster says, hey, we had our hands straight up. And I think you might be right.
Yeah, that was pretty straight up.
Moeller still gets the whistle. She had 15 against Freeburg in the sectional final. Cassie Yeager back into the ball game for the Lady Titans. Still just one field goal for Nashville here. Moeller bounces in the second one. Cuts the lead to 9. Hall will try the 3. It's off, and that's how the first half will end. Talk about deferring to your teammate. Lindsey Buckert had the open look and gave it to Marley Hall for the last second shot. 17-8 West Hancock at the half. Back after this on the IHSA TV network.
Welcome back to Redbird Arena. 17-8 West Hancock, the defending state champs, leading Nashville right now here at the NAR studios. And the NAR wants you to know that home ownership is an investment in your future. When ready to buy or sell a home, contact a realtor, a member of the NAR. And Kathy Wagner, Angie Krebs, a former coach of Carlisle. And when you look at this ball game, the thing that stands out, and Lee Hall and Becky Ince talking about it, but when you're talking about 1 field goal and just 10 attempts in the first half for Nashville, obviously that's going to be a problem for you.
Exactly, and I think right now what's happened is West Hancock's defense has just really shut them down. I mean, they're looking to penetrate, and there's just nothing there for them. And like you said, I think the turnovers are killing them also.
Yeah, certainly are killing them. And this West Hancock team is very sound defensively. They only give up on average about 33 points per ball game, and that's just unbelievable when you're talking about that kind of numbers. And when you're talking about holding a team to 1 field goal in the first half, they were 6 for 8 from the free throw line, which helped them out. But that's just really, really good defense when you're talking about West Hancock.
Yes, and I mean, and right now, I think right now what Nashville needs to start doing is that, they still got to be patient on offense, because when you face a defensive team like this, you still got to look for your good shots. And I think they need to get, McKay going, and hopefully they can get the ball into Moeller more too.
Yeah, and if you're Nashville right now and Coach Hari, what exactly, right now you have to be a little bit frustrated, don't you? Because this is such a struggle, and you've had such a great year, and you know that you unfortunately got the draw of the defending state champs, which is difficult in itself. But what are you talking about to your team at halftime when you struggled so mightily there in the first half, Coach?
Well, one thing you got to tell them is right now we're in the ball game. Just because we had as many turnovers, we're still there. We still have another half to play. And I think as well coached as they are, they realize that. And I do believe that they know what they do. They need to start shutting down Hall.
17-8 is the score here at the half, and we will take this local timeout. Welcome back to Redbird Arena, 17-8. West Hancock with the lead over Nashville here in this second semifinal. And we're going to take a look at our stats here from the first half of the second semifinal. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And we talked about them a lot in our first segment. But when you look at the free throw or the field goal shooting, West Hancock very good right now, 7 for 16, just 1 for 10 for Nashville. That really is the biggest stat. Obviously, when you can't score, you can't win.
Well, exactly. And I mean, I think that's the big story right now. Nashville's going to have to find some way where they can, get an offense if they have to involve 2 or 3 players. They just got to get it done.
And the turnover situation we mentioned as well, when you're only getting 10 field goals, that means you're turning it over. They turned it over quite a few times. And most importantly, their turnovers led directly to West Hancock points, Angie.
Yes, you're right, Kathy. And right now, but like I said before, you have to give West Hancock a lot of credit, because what they're doing right now is they're keying on, the players that they need to key on, and their big player, the Hall girl, is stepping up, and that's what she needs to do.
Yeah, she scored 9 points in that first half to lead all scorers. And like we mentioned it in the pregame, she can handle the ball so well. On one possession, she took it all the way down, stopped at the free throw line, knocked it down. Her range, maybe for a big girl too, is a little bit further out than most as well.
Yeah, because what Nashville was doing was they were, double and triple teaming her when she was down at the block. But if she gets that ball at the free throw line, she's basically going one-on-one, and she's got the moves to do that.
17-8 is your score. West Hancock with the lead right now over Nashville in the second semifinal, and we'll take a local timeout.
Back at Redbird Arena, we're at halftime. The defending state champs look every bit that, leading 17-8 here at halftime over Nashville. And Becky Ince, have you ever coached, played, watched a game where a team had 1 field goal in the first half?
I have not. I wish I would have coached a team that plays the type of defense that West Hancock does. It's phenomenal. I mean, they are just giving, that's what you got to be fair to Nashville. They're trying everything they can, but West Hancock switches those screens, and just right now there's just nothing they can do.
I was going to say, as we look at some of the highlights, there's really nothing there. I mean, that's the type of defense that the Lady Titans are playing. Here we see him at the offensive end, Litzy Buckert with the lefty shot. She's got 4 points in the first half. The other way, this is the only field goal of the half. The only field goal of the half goes to Tierney McKay of Nashville. At the other end, Marley Hall was getting double team and triple team inside, so they bring her out a little bit and she puts it on the floor and shows her versatility there. And this is Jackie Bunn with her bucket in the first half. And again, we've talked about this throughout the day. Supporting cast, when you've got a star player, that supporting cast has to help out a little bit. Marley Hall, all 9 of her points in the second quarter.
I know, and it's just tough because if you try to double team and triple team her, then they bring her out and she takes you off the dribble or comes off screens and hits the jump shots. So she's truly just a phenomenal athlete, and it's going to be tough to defend her. So again, I think they've got to get something going offensively if they're going to get back in this ball game.
So it's all West Hancock here through the first 16 minutes. Nashville tries to come up with an answer, and we will be back with more from Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network. And we are back at Redbird Arena on the campus of Illinois State University, ready to start our third quarter. West Hancock a commanding 9-point lead, just 1 field goal for Nashville. But Becky Ince, if you're the Hornets, one positive to take from that first half. You did get to the line and you shot well there.
That's what I think Nashville's got to come off those the ball screens that they run, and they've got to go strong to the hoop and try to draw some fouls because, again, you know, West Hancock hasn't played a lot of people off the bench, so I think if you could get some of their key players in foul trouble, obviously that would work to your advantage.
McKay with it. 5-second count. Coverage of this IHSA basketball tournament sponsored by Walgreens and Zero Cal Water. Titans pretty patient here with a 9-point lead. And now whistle goes against the Hornets. Going against Haley Fark, her first.
You can tell Coach Schuster is obviously bringing Marley Hall out to see if she can beat her girl off the dribble again.
Tucker with it now, Hall. Marley Hall off the glass. What a nice move by Marley Hall. She's got 11.
That was a great in and out and then back into her. That was just great team play there.
11-point lead. Matches their biggest of the ball game. Inside McKay. That one's off the mark. Hall has it. Now dribbles out of the double team and gets it ahead to Kaler.
You can just tell West Hancock is just so physical inside that it's just hard to, as you go in there, to try to get an easy shot up.
And that's one thing Ken Schuster said about Marley Hall too last year in the state tournament. She can do everything. You know, she can bring the ball, she can dribble the ball and bring it up the floor if she needs to. And now whistle an illegal screen on Kelsey Miller. I think that's what they got her for. It's her third.
Looks like Coach Schuster is a little confused on the call.
And that's about the only flaw you can find so far for West Hancock is the 3 personals on Kelsey Miller. Cassie Yeager will check in on the next dead ball for the Lady Titans. Both crowds pretty quiet here with it at an 11-point advantage for West Hancock. Now the West Hancock crowd makes a little noise. Ryan inside. Her shot wouldn't go, and it's West Hancock ball.
I think besides just penetrating inside, they've got to look to kick it out to the, you know, a few of their outside shooters to try to at least make West Hancock go out and respect that game too, because it seems like everyone is collapsing the help side and down in the paint.
Well, and you talk about banging your head against a wall, and that is a wall defensively. I mean, there's just nowhere to go.
That's what I mean. If you could maybe draw
Marley Hall
a couple of the defenders and then kick it out and hopefully hit some outside shots, because right now, you know, the inside is just not open.
Marley Hall goes to the line where she's 3 of 3 tonight. 24 colleges are currently looking at Marley Hall, including Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, St. Louis U, Bradley. That's just some of the folks who are interested in her. She makes them both. She has 13. It's a 21-8 lead now for West Hancock.
Marley Hall just looks like one of those players that just thrives on pressure. She seems calm all the time, and like I said, you can tell today why all those schools are looking at her.
Nashville still looking for their second basket of the ball game. Morris with it, looks inside. Now it's a double team on Mackenzie Newman into the ball game. Double anybody that goes down near the basket. Here's Bunn with it. She tries to beat her defender off the dribble and can't, and then turns it over.
You always tell your players, you're going to drive baseline. You better be going all the way in to the basket or be ready to kick. And it looked like right there she wasn't real sure what she was going to do with the ball.
13-point lead for the Lady Titans. A defensive clinic tonight by the ladies from West Hancock. Inside, here's a good chance from Newman. It's good, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play. They were finally able to get it into the post.
Well, Casey Yeager was fronting her and then got a little stuck behind her, and they did a great job, Nashville, of executing that high-low look.
Cassie Yeager, her first. And the Hornets finally get their second field goal of the ball game. Mackenzie Newman's a 6-foot junior. And a good free throw shooter at 80%, but she misses that one. It's an 11-point West Hancock lead. Bunn now looks inside to Hall, where she's double teamed, spins out of it. Boy, Nashville's defense is pretty tough too when you look at the intensity that they're playing with out there. That whistle goal against Haley Fark, that's her, I believe that's her third down.
Yeah.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third. It's still all West Hancock back after this local timeout. Coverage of this IHSA basketball tournament is sponsored by Walgreens and Zero Cal Water. Zero Cal Water is exclusively available at Walgreens and is a proud sponsor of this IHSA network broadcast. Good to have you along, rookie. Becky Ince, what don't you do at Sherrard High School? Basketball coach, softball coach, volleyball coach. And poor Wayne Hari, all he does is coach basketball and farm 2,000 or 3,000 acres.
I think I'd much rather coach than go out in the farm.
That's real work, as opposed to TV. My line is when they say, aren't you the TV guy or the sports guy? I say, yes, it beats working for a living. A lot of fun. Proud to be a part of this IHSA TV network broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are in the state of Illinois or maybe around the world on foxjocks.com. 3:33 to go, third quarter. 21-10 West Hancock.
Looks like Coach Hari decided to go with a little bit of a bigger lineup. He's got some bigger girls in there, obviously probably trying to defend Hall.
Yeah, Mackenzie Newman, who we saw with the three-point play attempt. There you get a look, foxjocks.com, wherever you are in the state. Look, you're on TV. Look. They don't care they're on TV. They're on the big board here. But that's pretty cool. Foxjocks.com. If you got family out of state, they can check us out. Nashville working it offensively. Wayne Hari with the spin. Some folks say he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He is such a nice, soft-spoken guy off the court, but boy, he lives and dies with these girls. Year in and year out, we've seen it here before.
Like you said earlier, you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's pacing back and forth on that sideline, lots of energy, trying to get his girls to trying to get a momentum here.
Marley Hall carried it. Pretty good defense that time by Jennifer Moeller. There's Wayne Hari and his brain trust. Doug Altoff, Dempsey Whitty, excuse me, assistant coaches for Wayne Hari. And he says in Nashville, girls basketball is probably the third most popular girls sport behind softball, which is king in Nashville, and volleyball.
Yeah, and that's impressive to see that he got them here. You know, if they're not focusing, you know, that much on basketball, and to get his girls to buy into his system and to get to state is definitely commendable for him.
Cassie Yeager back in. She replaces Becca Elschlager. 2:33 to go. It's an 11-point West Hancock lead. Nothing doing for McKay. Now they try to work it back in, maybe to Newman in the other post. And they'll get Jackie Bunn for the foul, working against Newman. So Newman's come in and drawn a couple of fouls. I don't know what that signal. He's signaling a play. He's so fun to watch. Having trouble getting it in. Now they do. Newman back out. She and McKay play the two-man game. And Newman passes it away to Marley Hall. Trying to draw the foul there, but loses it out of bounds. She's not named after Bob Marley, by the way. I asked that question yesterday, and her mother just happened to be sitting behind us. Her father, Marty Hall, is an assistant. And Marty, they like Marley.
Right now, Nashville's still, you know, they're still having turnovers, but West Hancock, the difference is they're not obviously executing the offensive end.
Jenna Morris has a look in her eye. She got that cross-court pass and saw some open territory, and they haven't seen much of that tonight. She gets into the lane and draws the foul. Fouls on Jackie Bunn, her second.
She did a nice job there taking it strong to the hoop. Like we said earlier, they've got to continue doing that because the free throws shooting is probably one of their strengths tonight.
Jenna Morris, 5'8" sophomore, is a 71% free thrower. She made her first two, misses that one. Not much scoring here in the third quarter. Second one back of the rim, no good, but she hustles after it, gets the long bounce and gets it back.
Yeah, that Mackenzie Newman kind of kept that one alive. She's done a nice job in there for Nashville.
She sure has. Not a lot to show for it so far. Not on the scoreboard anyway. Just about a minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Nashville looking for an answer, some way to solve this Lady Titans defense. Up and off the glass for Rhine, no good. Scrum on the floor, possession arrow on the jump ball goes to West Hancock. I asked the West Hancock girls, some of the players yesterday, I said, you haven't had like a rallying cry this year or anything? And they're like, no, really. It was kind of like West what, Hancock what, because they were Warsaw West Hancock in the IHSA material. Now they're Hamilton West Hancock. Same co-op, they just switch back and forth with the administration, I guess.
Yeah, right now West Hancock seems to be careless with the basketball. Coach Schuster doesn't look very happy over there. You know, they've got the lead, but they need to go down and take care of the basketball.
Rhine's three, no good, but Morris is there for the rebound. Well, and what is it about human nature that when you get a lead, it's kind of hard to play with it, you relax naturally.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like West Hancock's doing, and that's why you don't want to relax, because things like that happen.
First three of the game for Nashville, Jenna Morris. (21-13). They cut it to an 8-point deficit with 23.6 left. First three of the game for either team, as we see the first appearance for J.C. Hartwig, number 51. She replaces Yeager. Marley Hall with it. Tries to create. Puts it up. No good. A last chance maybe for Nashville.
Yeah,
Jenna Morris just hit the 3.
And Mackenzie Newman, just her presence in there, you know, she was taller and Marley Hall drove, and just having their hands there, you know, I think it made her adjust her shot a little bit.
Morris last second shot no good. It bounces out of bounds, and that's how the third quarter will end. Little sign of life for Nashville. They cut it to 8 with 8 minutes to play. 21-13, the West Hancock lead. The nice 3, first of the game for Jenna Morris. Back after this on the IHSA.
This IHSA telecast is brought to you by Country Financial. For a no-obligation insurance and financial review, call the Country Financial representative near you. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Our Menards third quarter stats brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards, and I guess when you only get 1 field goal and a half, that's kind of a rally for Nashville. They're now 3 for 17, a couple of field goals in that quarter and the first 3 of the ball game.
Yeah, if they could get some defensive stops here and come down and hit some big shots again, you know, they get themselves right back into this game.
And in that third quarter, only 4 points for West Hancock. I mean, they didn't really, they didn't like put the foot on the pedal really there.
No, it seemed like even when they would get a steal or commit the turnover, they just didn't go down on the other end and execute it like they did, obviously, the first half.
I think if you're Wayne Hari in Nashville, you're delighted to really kind of be in this game. You're only down 8.
And that's what it looks like. He's kept faith in this team because they've overcome a lot this season and has stuck together.
Marley Hall takes it away, though, takes it in. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play. Foul against Jenna Morris. And there's the talent of Marley Hall taking the ball down the floor at 6'2" rather.
I think she knew her team kind of needed a basket to get some momentum back their way. You saw she definitely got excited there and showed some emotion.
Perfect at the line tonight. She's 6 of 6, 16 points for Marley Hall. Just 2 rebounds. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I think she averages about 8 rebounds a game.
Back to an 11-point lead for West Hancock, and the Hornets turn it over twice in a row. Just when they were showing some signs of life. Three-pointer for Bookert is off the mark, gets it back. Marley Hall will reload with 7 minutes to play. Only 4 losses for West Hancock for this season, and they shot poorly in every one of them. And they're 45% in this ball game. Bookert, lefty in the lane, nothing but net.
Yeah, Nashville's got to make sure that they're boxing out, because you can't give a team like West Hancock multiple opportunities at the hoop, because they're going to find a way to execute and finish those shots.
Well, after only scoring 4 in the third quarter, West Hancock has run off 5 quick ones here in the opening minute and a half of this fourth stanza. Here's a look at Walgreens' picture perfect moment. Walgreens, a proud sponsor of the IHSA's Do What's Right Good Sportsmanship campaign. Oh, gotta love the Dippin' Dots, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I always get when I come here, the Dippin' Dots.
Just like my daughters, they always want the most expensive thing. Coach Hari rocks, he's my dad. No way. She's still at that sweet age where dad rocks. Give her a couple of years. There's the Titan. He was out on the floor for a little shootout at halftime. You just gotta love high school basketball, and when it's the small communities like this, is just I mean, high school basketball is fun no matter what, but when it's the small communities and the whole communities here, it just adds that little flavor for me anyway. Girls' first Class A tournament was held in 1980. Who won? Chicago Christian, Benton, Quincy Notre Dame, or the Wooden Shoes of Teutopolis? We'll have that NAR trivia question answer for you coming up in just a bit. Nashville's been here several times. Elite 8 3 times, 4th in 2002, never won. They'll need a little bit of a comeback here, down now 13. They had closed to within 8.
Yeah, Nashville definitely needs something here. They need to try to continue penetrating and look, like I said, for the kickouts.
In the lane, the sophomore. Melanie Ryan drives and scores, and she'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Another player utilizing the backboard.
Melanie Ryan, a starter since Rena Ruggles, the starting point guard, went out with the year-ending knee surgery. And Wayne Hari said, we knew she'd be a good player, but she's a year ahead of schedule, only a sophomore. What great experience she'll bring back next year for this Nashville team. She bounces in the free throw. Give her 4 points. And it's back to a 10-point lead for West Hancock.
Yeah, defensive stops are extremely important here. Nashville really needs to get out and pressure hard and continue, obviously, collapsing on Marley Hall and try to force someone else on West Hancock to do it.
Good motion, a lot of movement now for the Lady Titans. We're under 6 minutes to go in this ball game. Hall into the lane, stripped away by Melanie Ryan, and a jump ball. West Hancock will maintain possession.
Kirby Kaler's another one that wears those knee pads for a reason. She's always around the basketball.
Yeah. Coach Schuster says she's a Dennis Rodman type. Minus the body art, I guess, and the piercings, and several other qualities that we won't get into. That one tapped out of bounds by Nashville. Marley Hall's team will get it back.
Lindsey Buckert's kind of had a quiet night offensively, but she really does. She's a great floor general out there. She just keeps the team calm under pressure and just does a nice job of setting up the offense and getting to, obviously, their scores.
She's got 6 points. She's always a threat. You know that she can score. She can put it on the floor and score really at any time. 5:10 to go here in this ball game. 10-point West Hancock lead. Second year for the co-op for this school, for this program, I should say. And I remember last year when it was the first year for the co-op, and Coach Schuster said, hey, you girls were arch rivals, but you got to get along, because if your tongues are wagging, they're going to be dragging. And they really went from rivals to best friends, and you see that togetherness out here tonight as Bunn drives and she's fouled.
Yeah, they really play as a team. I mean, they'll give it to Marley Hall, but then she'll unselfishly kick it back out. They just play, like we said, great team basketball.
We've got a timeout with 4:54 to go. West Hancock up 10, back after this local timeout. And our answer to our NAR trivia question, girls' first Class A tournament held in 1980. It was Benton with the win over Seidel, Jamaica, 52-42. The first 2A with a number in front of it, or a 2A state championship, was won by these West Hancock Lady Titans. And there you see the checklist. 2008 and 2009 yet to be filled in. Lindsey Buchert, number 12, running the show. She's already committed to play college ball at John Wood College as another whistle goes against Nashville.
That was a great job of Jackie Bunn to come meet the pass, because Nashville's really getting out aggressively in the passing lanes and really applying a lot of ball pressure. And obviously West Hancock was kind of aware of that and did a great job of meeting the pass and creating that foul.
Jenna Morris picks up her 4th personal. 10-point game here. This game is bound to set some records as far as offensive, I don't want to say futility, but low offensive numbers as far as field goals and total points. There's a lot of records. They might be new 2A records, but we've seen them before in other classes. Melanie Ryan drives and is fouled. Another sophomore that just playing far beyond her years out here on this state championship floor.
Yeah, she's trying to do whatever she can to keep her team in this, obviously, ball game. She's driving hard to the basket and trying to get to that free throw line.
2 of 3 at the line before that one. Been a tough shooting night for Nashville, just 4 of 18 from the floor. Makes the second, she's got 5. It's back to single digits with 4:07 to play. West Hancock up 9. You kind of got the feel there in the end of the 3rd quarter that maybe Nashville might make a run and get back in this. Do you feel that now?
You know, West Hancock just seems to obviously execute at the right time, and you know, they find Marley Hall and she gets to that free throw line again.
And I would not have been surprised at all if that behind the head flip would have gone in for Marley Hall either.
Yeah, that's why I actually paused for a little bit, because I thought it was going to go in.
First free throw is good to give her 17. She's now been in double figures 32 of 34 games this season. And she scored 10 or more now in 73 of her 79 career games. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, when we asked Coach Schuster, you know, to tell us a little bit about her, all he could say is she's just really good. She's showing that tonight.
And a carry called against Nashville. Be their 18th turnover. 15 for West Hancock.
Looks like they're going to apply some full court pressure here.
Well, Haley Fark was the only one that tried to do that.
Exactly, I think they were supposed to.
Winner here gets Driscoll Catholic for the state championship tomorrow night. Ryan got a hand on it. Now Marley Hall falls to the floor and it thrown away to Jenna Morris. She streaks to the other end for the layup. She's got 7. And it's a 9-point game again with 3 minutes to play. Buchert in control, now to Hall. Elbow jumper for Kelsey Miller is off the mark. Maybe a little bit quicker than West Hancock would have liked that time.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's the thing, you know, even though Nashville isn't shooting the ball very well, they're hanging around, and
Haley Fark makes it a 6-point game. Wow. It changed in a hurry. It's a 6-point ball game with 2:38 left. We'll have the finish after this on the IHSA TV network. Well, suddenly things are interesting here in this 2A semifinal. Haley Fark with the second 3 of the ball game. And at the other end, again, we mentioned it, West Hancock got kind of a quick shot being up 9. And Nashville turns around and hits a 3 at the other end.
Yeah, definitely probably not the shot that Coach Schuster wanted. I think he wants to probably use some time, you know, off that clock. And sometimes, though, the girls get, you know, in the heat of the moment, and the shot looks good.
And momentum's a funny thing, you know. Then you wonder, can West Hancock not maybe play a little bit tentative now that they feel Nashville's making a run? Be interesting to see how it plays out here, the final 2:24. Titans taking a little more time this trip.
Yeah, sometimes you see teams get a little too passive and play not to lose instead of playing to win in these situations.
Momentum's a funny thing. That foul will go against Tierney McKay of Nashville. Just her second. Check that, her third.
Almost seems like in that timeout, Coach Schuster said, obviously we need to get the ball in our star's hand. And sure enough, they did, and she's at that free throw line.
Perfect there tonight and misses. She had made her first 8. And now here comes Nashville down 6 with 2 minutes to play. McKay inside, blocked from behind by Marley Hall. Jump ball, the possession arrow points toward Nashville.
Tierney McKay had a phenomenal pass there. And it looked like, actually, I don't know if the girl wasn't ready for it when she passed it in there. So it was a great pass. Marley Hall had a great, though, defensive block there.
Fark with it. She just hit a 3. Gets through the double team, but can't finish. That's one of those where you don't expect to get through, and then you do, and it's like, oh. So a chance there for Nashville. The clock is their enemy right now. Loose ball on the floor. And it's Titans ball, and Ken Schuster barks at his team. And there's Wayne Hari.
I think he wanted to go out and get that ball.
How he loves this game. Love that enthusiasm. And now it's McKay with a reach. Her 4th. Maybe just trying to stop the clock. Are we there yet?
Yeah, I think she was trying to go actually for the steal there and be aggressive and just miss the ball. Because obviously Marley Hall is probably not the one you want to put to the free throw line, even though she just missed the one. No,
now she's missed 2 in a row.
Maybe she's the one to foul right now.
Closing in on 1,900 career points.
Nashville needs a good shot here.
Morris gets into the lane, and she draws the foul, and there's Wayne Hari leading the... Yes. It will be Jenna Morris at the line to try and close to within 4 as Ken Schuster calls timeout. Boy, and we talked about this in the break last time while we were away. Boy, look at the numbers. 28%, 6 of 21 for Nashville, but they have a chance here.
Well, and again, it goes back to their defense. Nashville plays phenomenal defense, and defense is going to keep you in the game, regardless of the way you're shooting offensively. And their defense has obviously stopped West Hancock from getting some easy looks at the hoop. They've done a good job this quarter, keeping Marley Hall inside the paint from getting some easy looks. But right now, these free throws are huge here. You got to knock them down in these situations. And then it kind of looked like Coach Hari was kind of telling some of his players, the ones with 4, not to foul, but trying to get the other ones to obviously be ready to foul.
And there's some future Hornets. Maybe we'll see them here in a few years. They are excited. And, Nashville averaging just 37 points a game in the postseason. They were averaging almost 56 in the regular season. Part of that is due to their point guard, the loss of their point guard, Rena Ruggles, to the knee injury. They kind of have to play a different style now, even more deliberate maybe than Wayne Hari would normally play, which is deliberate anyway.
Yeah, when you have your floor general get hurt, obviously you got to go to some different people handling the ball that aren't used to that. But obviously Nashville has done a great job, and they've responded. And, I've liked how this Morris girl has really played here down the stretch. 2
big free throws for the sophomore. She's 2 of 4 at the line tonight. That one's short. And oh, how those arms get heavy when there's not much time on the clock and you need the free throws. This would make it a 5-point game. It's good. She's got 8, 28, 23. Marley Hall bringing it up against the pressure. Nashville trying to get a 10 count. They do. They get a 10 count, and it's a turnover, and it's Nashville ball with 1:04 left.
Nashville did a great job. They kind of triple team Marley Hall in the back court, and Lindsey Bucher tried to get the ball up the court and just not enough time.
Morris lost it. It'll be Nashville ball. 58.7 left.
This is a big possession here. Obviously, they don't really need a 3 here, but obviously a quick 2 would work as well, and then be ready for that full court pressure again.
Morris looking to create. She goes into triple team. Hall got a hand on it, gets a hand on it again. Whistle from out near midcourt, and it's a foul on Marley Hall, and it'll be 2 shots for the Hornets. Just the second foul on Marley Hall.
That was a great job by, Morris going in and getting blocked, but then fighting for her own shot again, and then obviously drawing the foul on Marley Hall.
Morris at the line, money. She's got 9. And it's a 4-point game with 50.4 seconds left. 9 points at the line for the Hornets. Make it 10 now. 10 of their 24.
Did you ask me a little bit ago if I sensed that Nashville thought they were still in this game?
Yeah, what do I know? That whistle goes against Nashville, and it'll be the Lady Titans' turn at the line. Lindsey Buchert at the line. First free throw of the night for her is off the mark.
West Hancock seems a little tight right now. You kind of can tell they sense some pressure.
Not making their free throws here in the fourth quarter. Marley Hall 0 of 2. Now Lindsey Buchert misses her first. Second one off the mark. Tip. Marley Hall gets the loose ball, puts it up, and scores. What opportunistic play by Marley Hall on the missed free throw. That gets them to 30. They're up 6 with 35 seconds left. Morris down low, gets it back and scores. Timeout, Wayne Hari. Morris,
that's
tenacious inside.
Exactly, and that's one of those things right now. Coach Hari's thinking if you didn't give up that offensive rebound off that free throw, it's a 2-point ball game, but instead it's 4. That's a coach's worst nightmare, is at that free throw line, missing a box out.
Well, and the Lady Titans 0 of 4 here in the fourth quarter by my count at the free throw line. Wayne Hari trying to get things going. All right, take us into both huddles. If you're Wayne Hari, what are you talking about here?
Well, Wayne Hari's just continued to make his girls, believe that they can still do this, and obviously he's got his girls buying into that. But I think obviously right now they're going to apply some full court pressure. I think make it hard to try to get the ball in, and then I think they're probably going to have to follow right away, try to stay in this game. Obviously Coach Schuster's just talking to his girls about taking care of the basketball, and I would assume trying to get the ball in the hands of Lindsey Bucher, who has been their point guard all season and has brought the ball up under pressure.
Game reset, possession arrow favors Nashville. No timeouts left for the Hornets. Not Lady Hornets, the Hornets. 2 timeouts left for West Hancock.
Coach Hari looks like he's been working harder than the girls over there. He's dripping with sweat.
Really enjoy watching him coach, watching his teams. Marley Hall brings it up. She's fouled by Jennifer Moeller, and Hall will go to the line. She was 8 for 8, but she's missed her last 2. And another thing about Nashville is, I said, well, if you have this kind of success, Coach, over all these years, you must have a pretty good summer program. You only play like 12 games this summer.
Yeah, that's where he said, softball obviously takes precedence.
Ouch. That free throw has been anything but free. Been costly, in fact. This game would be iced by now.
Yeah, Marley Hall was perfect up until this quarter.
Yep, she finishes that one though. 21 for her, 31-26. McKay just has the 1 field goal in the first half. Misses that one. Rebound there for Kaler. Loose ball. Ball out of bounds to West Hancock. Big break there for West Hancock. They lead it by 5. Their low scoring game of the season was 31. They lost to Quincy Notre Dame. And now a quick foul goes against Melanie Ryan, the sophomore.
I love this fight, though, this Nashville team. You know, never once did they think it was over. You know, they've been fighting to the end, and I think we're going to continue to see them fight these last 11 seconds.
Well, that third quarter, West Hancock really, they had the 9-point lead at halftime and didn't do much with it. And that free throw rattles out for Kirby Kaler. She's scoreless tonight. Boy, the free throw woes here in the fourth quarter for West Hancock. That one's good. Might be just enough. 6-point lead with 9 seconds left. Morris drives. Partially blocked, I think, from behind by Marley Hall. She gets it, and time will run out. Well, they are back. Marley Hall says, we are back. And they are back in the state championship game. And I don't know if Jenna Morris is hurt or if she's just frustrated. She's lying under the basket. We'll check on her condition. West Hancock wins it by 6. But boy, Nashville made them work for it back after this local timeout.
And we're joined by victorious coach Ken Schuster. And coach, it got a little bit nerve-wracking there at the end of the ball game, but talk about that first half and only giving up 1 field goal.
Well, we played tremendous defense, and basically one of those things where we really pride ourselves on our defense. And like I said, our kids really executed well on the defensive end.
Did you get nervous or not because of the experience that you have on this team when they cut it to within 4?
Well, I tell you what, I wasn't so much that I was nervous. I was worried that we weren't going to make free throws, obviously. I mean, we made it interesting at the end. We got to get better hitting the shots at the end, and I thought we were a little passive.
But you get to play for another state championship, defend your state championship.
Amen. I think, tomorrow night we don't come out to play to lose, or, play not to lose. We come out tomorrow night to play to win, and that's the thing I thought in the fourth quarter we really did not. We just got tight for whatever reason, didn't play to win.
Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
That was Ken Schuster now talking with Country Financial Player of the Game, Marley Hall. 21 points for you, Marley. And were you nervous at all at the end? You guys missed some free throws too, and you're normally pretty good from the free throw line. Were you nervous?
Not so much nervous. You just got to go out and play your game. Things like that happen. You just got to keep playing the game, finish it out, and that's what we did.
And get to play for another championship. Get this one done tonight. And now, what does it feel like to know you're able to defend your championship?
It feels really good. You always got to get over this first game, and now that we've done it, I feel really confident about tomorrow, and I'm really excited.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
That was Marley Hall. Now I'll send it over to Lee Hall and Becky Ince.
All right, thanks a lot, Kathy Wagner. Well, I guess if you were going to title this season for West Hancock, it would be Marley and Me, wouldn't it? Marley and We, maybe. Just like the movie. Missed free throws there in the fourth quarter. I think maybe they were missed 5 of their last 6 free throws. And give Nashville credit. I mean, you look at the numbers and you wonder, how in the heck was Nashville in this game? But they did not. I mean, you shoot 28%. You make 7 field goals. You make 1 field goal in the first half. How in the world do you stay in this game and make it a 4-point game in the fourth quarter? But they did that.
Yeah, and Coach Hari, watching him coach, I really think he gets his girls believing that they can win no matter what. They've overcome a lot this season, and they almost overcame that huge deficit that they were in. And again, their defense really got after it. You know, the Morris girl, hopefully she's okay because she really fought there at the end, and you want her ready to go in that third-place game.
They did have to help Jenna Morris off the floor, and of course, we talked about the injury to their point guard, Rena Ruggles, and how she's out for the season. So you would hate to see them lose another player as they play for a third-place trophy tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely, because they were a great team today, and they showed that. You know, they were up against a tough battle against Marley Hall, and she just did a phenomenal job at the end, though, to, like she said, we got to play, obviously, to win and not to lose tomorrow night.
32-26. It got very interesting toward the end, but the defending state champions hold off a very stubborn Nashville team, and they will play Driscoll Catholic and try to defend their state championship here tomorrow night. For Becky Ince and our crew, so long from Redbird Arena.